Hello, hello, hello. Alright, this is going to be a little quick stream. Um, this is going to be a quick little stream. We got some new news for the upcoming Pokemon games that we're excited to look at. Alright, and it seems like everything's going now. Alright, so, fix that. I'll make sure. Okay. Gave a cry, but it didn't show me a notification. I don't know why it doesn't do that. It just gave me a notification, so thank you whoever followed, I guess. But I don't know why it didn't actually show me what it was. I'll pull up Twitch too so I can see. Alright. Alright, so let's go over some Pokemon stuff. And I'll have to fix this sometime. I don't know what's going on with that. But we got some Pokemon stuff to look at. Some news. Some news dropped a few days ago. I'm kind of late on covering this, but you know, I wanted to wait till every bit of news was looked over and everything before I talked about it myself. And I'm going to try to talk about some of the things that was announced. So of course, Legends Arceus is the new Pokemon game. We're also going to look at the Diamond and Pearl remakes. And I want to look at the Diamond and Pearl remakes first, just because they seem to be really, really faithful to the originals. Basically a Switch version of the DS games. One thing that I did notice that was sort of different is that the Underground's actually different in this. So I don't know if you guys have played Diamond and Pearl, but the Underground was a little bit different. There was like a weird way that this side was connected and then this side was connected. But yeah, now it's got these little individual parts of the Underground. There's 6 of them. And basically, if you haven't played Diamond and Pearl, the Underground is where you can put secret bases. And you can actually find fossils down there. Looks to me like they've added some little areas so you can catch Pokemon. And I would probably guess that that's in order to have the Pokemon introduced in Platinum available. Because originally in Diamond and Pearl you weren't able to get Houndoom or Gligar. But this is probably a way that they have of letting people do that. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Of course, they're bringing back fossil hunting. You just crack the wall, try to find fossils and gems. Once this little line goes all the way over, the wall above falls, and you lose access to whatever was there unless you already had it out. Of course, there's secret bases, and then Pokemon Hideaways. This is the new thing. There's different biomes. You can find wild Pokemon throughout the areas. Oh, so yeah, this is really cool. There's some Pokemon that I think are in the Diamond and Pearl. I mean, right there's Graveler. I already know that that's in the Diamond and Pearl games. But this seems to be the way that they're going to add the Platinum Pokemon in. Also, looks like we've got some of their versions of exclusives. I think there used to be more version exclusives between Diamond and Pearl. But I guess there's a few of them that, I don't know, I feel like there was more in the original games. But there's not really that many. It looks like the fossil Pokemon, and then, Skuntank and Purugly. And of course, the cover legendaries are going to be version exclusives. But yeah, looking at that, there's not really that many version exclusives. So it's not really probably going to be a problem for you to, pick which one you want. This probably wouldn't be a factor in that. And then also we're going to look at the contest stuff, some of the stuff that they showed. Super Contest was in Diamond and Pearl, and it seems to be back. Of course, there was 3 different sections in the Diamond and Pearl Super Contest. We have the visual section, the dance section, and the move section. Basically, you could dress up your Pokemon. That basically was the visual section. You could put, like, right here, you see a little hearts. Right here, like a little... Well, those are bubbles coming off of it. Well, explain. Oh, these are off contest stats. So, yeah, there's coolness, cuteness, beauty, toughness, cleverness. I remember you could dress them up, too. But I think the actual score was based off that. And then the dance evaluation. What you do there is you input little moves, and the other Pokemon will have to do those moves, and then they will have a turn to input moves, and then you have to do that. So basically, it goes through each one, and they get to create their own dance, and the other Pokemon have to repeat that dance. So I'm guessing it might be the same, because you see this is red here, so it could be that this Pokemon right here created the dance, and now everyone's trying to keep up with it, maybe? Or maybe it's just basically a rhythm game. No longer is it, you do your own dance. I'm not sure. And then the move evaluation, which is basically like the Ruby and Sapphire. That's how it was in that game as well. You just pick different moves, and based on the move stats, or its effects rather, it affects the other Pokemon. So I actually really like the move evaluation portion, just because there's a lot of stuff you can do with that. There's a lot of strategy with that, and I really like strategy, being, I really like the strategy in that. Next up, we're going to look at some of the stuff that was revealed in the Legends Arceus games. Here we've got some changes to the battle system, which is interesting. When you pick a move, you can either go for an agile style move or a strong style move. And you can see here, like, you've got these little sections right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, right there. It shows how the moves are going to go down. So right here, Lucario will go first, then Floatzel gets 2 attacks in, and then Lucario gets another one. Floatzel gets another one, Lucario gets another one. So I guess it's kind of changing up how move turns are. You have multiple attacks you can do each turn. And if you do a strong style, you will have less moves, but they'll be stronger. If you do agile, you'll have more moves up here. But that's interesting that's a pretty big change in the battle mechanics. But yeah, you can see right here. Let's see here. Seeking Pokemon. Basically looking around in the wild areas for Pokemon. Not really wild area, the overworld. We no longer have wild areas, I guess. But yeah, you can actually see them in the overworld, which of course that's going to be a thing. I don't think they're going to ever go back to how it used to be, where you don't see the Pokemon in the grass. But yeah, you could see different Pokemon depending on the time of day, and they react in different ways. Some will run away, and then some will come after you. And catching Pokemon, you can weaken it and throw a Pokeball, or you can actually sneak up and try to throw a surprise ball at it. But yeah, unlike you actually have to get close to the Pokemon that you intend to throw the Pokeball at. But yeah, see, it has Pokeballs have different effects. The Heavy Ball works better on Pokemon that haven't noticed you, so that's interesting. Used to the Heavy Ball was just for heavy Pokemon. I mean, it's probably still for heavy Pokemon too, I guess. But it now has this extra thing where if they haven't noticed you, the heavy ball will do a good job. They've got this research tasks, which basically you're going to be trying to fill out the Pokedex. Instead of an electronic Pokedex like Professor Oak, this is going to be like a little binder with all the Pokemon information. And once you catch the Pokemon, you bring them back and they fill up the Pokedex. As you see here, yeah. As specific research tasks that you complete in the expeditions, you can rank up. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the Hisui region, which is the old version of Sinnoh. So this is Sinnoh back in the feudal era. But yeah, Jubilife Village becomes Jubilife City later on. Here's the Obsidian Fieldlands, which I'm not sure what that becomes. That might become Floroma because it says filled with flowers and plants. So, but yeah, this right here, this is Mount Coronet. Here's the Hisui Pokedex, which has some Pokemon that we've already seen. And we're going to look through it a little bit. Now, I think it's interesting that, you know, we've got some starters from other regions. It's explained that the professor actually traveled and found these in other regions. So I guess that means there's like a ancient version of Alola, Johto, and Unova, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm glad Typhlosion's here. I'm probably going to go with this as my starter. But this is a strong selection of starters, and they have a lot that they could kind of tie into, you know, feudal Japan. Of course, this is kind of based off of samurai. Appears like an archer, and you could see that in like a feudal Japanese army. I'm not totally sure if this Typhlosion totally fits. I guess you could say it's like a shogun or something. I don't know. Then we've got Growlithe, and this is interesting. We've got a Hisuian. I'm trying to pronounce that right. Hisuian Growlithe. So it's actually a rock fire type, which is a cool typing. I mean, we've got a few fire rock type Pokemon, but most of the time they're like really slow Pokemon. So this is going to be a fast fire rock type. And I'm actually excited to see what the Arcanine version looks like. And we've got Rufflet and then the Hisuian Braviary. So it's a psychic type instead of normal flying. And it's got like little purple energies above its eye. We have Stantler, and then we have Weirdeer, which is a new Pokemon, new evolution for Stantler. So that means Stantler is a not fully evolved Pokemon now, which means it could actually be in Little Cup, unless it gets banned from that. But I think that's interesting. Weirdeer gains the Psychic typing, which means Stantler already had a lot of Psychic moves that it got. Hypnosis being one. I think a lot of people put Zen Headbutt on it, and that's probably going to be the main thing with Weirdeer. Then we have Basculin, and then Basculin's actually got an evolution now, and I've got Weirdeer here. Let's glance at Weirdeer. We don't know anything about its stats, but it's going to have better stats than Stantler. So, of course, we can glance at this thing's stats. There's, like, other places where it's at. Oh. Where's the stats now? We'll just glance at the Sun and Moon Pokedex, I guess, because that should show us the stats. Oh, this one don't show stats, I guess. Shows us moveset and everything. Oh, here's the stats at the bottom. Okay, so yeah, this it's going to have better stats than Stantler, and I mean Stantler has decent attack. You can imagine that attack's going to be higher. Speed, I imagine the speed's going to be a little bit higher, not that much though. I think they're going to add a little bit to defense, special defense, HP, special attack a little bit, but I think attack's going to be the main thing with Weirdeer. And then with Basculin's evolution, this thing is called Basculegion. So here we've got Basculegion, and it gains the Ghost type, which is actually a pretty cool typing water ghost. We've got we do have a water ghost type Pokemon, and Jellicent, but it's more of a bulky Pokemon. And I imagine this thing's going to be more offensive because, I mean, looking at Basculin, this one took me straight to Basculin. I didn't even ask which Pokedex I wanted to look at. But yeah, looking at Basculin, this thing's got good attack. It's got good decent special attack, which, I mean, if you use this thing, you want that attack stat based off its abilities too. This thing's got, let's see if it's got its abilities here. Or here, oh, it's actually got a lot of abilities because the red and blue variants have their own ability. So the red one has Reckless, and the blue one can have Rockhead. And then they both can have Adaptability or Mold Breaker. But yeah, looking at that, you want to use physical attacks. So I imagine Basculegion's going to have better attack, way better speed. If you see the trailers, I don't want to play the trailer in here because it would get claimed and get taken down by the Pokemon Company. But the person can actually ride Basculegion in the water. So I think that's going to be what we're going to see: speed increase and attack increase. We also, of course, see Pikachu, Clefairy, Clefable, and the Ninetales, Golbat, Golduck, Alakazam, Machamp. We got Tentacruel, Golem. We've got a good selection of Pokemon. And these are just Gen 1. Now we're looking at Gen 2 Pokemon that can be found in the Hisuian region. And I think a lot of these actually aren't in Diamond and Pearl. I think they've added a lot of them. But yeah, here we've got the Gen 4 Pokemon, which in theory it should have every one of them. Which, I mean, I'm not really, you know, trying to weed out which ones are missing. But yeah, of course we got Arceus because it's the cover legendary of that game. But yeah, of course it didn't have Basculin in the Gen 4 games or Rufflet. But yeah, we've got some good, interesting Pokemon. And then I haven't even looked at Braviary. I don't remember I don't think they said much about their stats. And you can also craft items, which is interesting. You can see here the person has the option to craft a revive. They can craft different Pokeballs. And of course, this goes back to in Gen 2, if you remember. If you get to Azalea Town, you can actually take Apricorns to Kurt, and he will create specific Pokeballs for you. Well, that's basically what this is. We've got the option to do it ourselves now. I really like that. That's really good world building. Here's a smoke bomb. That way you can reduce the visibility. In the other games, the smoke ball would let you escape. But this is actually, like, you actually have to sneak yourself to get through there. But yeah, that's basically all the stuff that I wanted to go over. Of course, there is a trailer for both of these games, and you could check those out if you want. I just wanted to go over my thoughts and what I thought of the new Pokemon information. And I wanted just to do that real quick. So if you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, follow if you're over on Twitch. And I want to do more live streams. Hopefully I'll get to doing some more of those soon. But yeah, basically this is just me wanting to talk about this.